So you're moving to the Iowa City area, or maybe Coralville, North Liberty, or Tiffin, and you're wondering, where should you live? I get this question all the time. Where should we live? Is one town better than the other? What are the differences? This is our budget. Where should we go? If you're relocating to the greater Iowa City area and you want more information, be sure to download my free Iowa City area relocation guide. You can find the link for that in the description box of this video down below. Also, if you're interested in more specific neighborhood video tours, be sure to check out my playlists I have here on YouTube. I have an Iowa City neighborhoods playlist, one for Coralville, and one for North Liberty neighborhoods. I'm always adding new videos to these playlists and others, so if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you should. That way you won't miss out. So what we're going to do today is jump into a map, and I'm going to show you the metro of the Iowa City area. We're going to talk about some of the differences between these communities and what different housing styles look like in the greater Iowa City area. So let's hop on over to the map and take a look around.
Okay, here we've got the upper Midwest of the United States with the great state of Iowa. The blue dot here is the Iowa City area. Let's zoom in and take a look. When we talk about the Iowa City metro, get a little closer here, we are usually talking about Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty. Wow, that is not a great picture of North Liberty. And Tiffin, which apparently is all sky.
I want to interrupt my video here for just a second. As I was watching back, I realized that I didn't touch on something that people question all the time, especially when they're coming from larger metros like Chicago or Denver or, places in California. There is no place in the greater Iowa City area that you cannot drive to or from Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, or Tiffin. That whole conglomeration of towns, you can get from one side to the other 20-25 minutes max. So if you tell me, oh, I want to live within a 20-minute drive of my place of work, the whole metro is an option for you. So I just wanted you to know that there is no place that you will not be able to drive within about 20 minutes under normal driving conditions. Let's also talk about another thing that sometimes people say. They want to say, I want to live in the best area. Well, there are going to be a variety of price points for homes and styles of homes in each of these communities. I can find you $1 million house in Iowa City, just like I can find you $1 million house in Coralville. I can also find you a $130,000 condo in Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, or Tiffin. So there really is no best place to live. There's a wide range of price points and types of homes in each of these areas. So I guess probably the way that most people end up determining where they want to live is they choose by school, or they choose for some other determining factor. They want to be on a bus line. Public buses are only available currently in Iowa City and Coralville. Maybe they want to be within X number of driving minutes to their place of work, or maybe they want to be walkable distance to downtown Iowa City, or they want to be close to walking trails. These are all things that people use to help sort of matriculate down into where would be the best place for them to live. The way that we are going to figure this out is you and I need to get together and have a detailed conversation about what really are the things that matter the most in your life, and then we can really filter down your home search from there.
Iowa City is typically thought of as the east side of Iowa City and the west side of Iowa City. The Iowa River, which runs right here, divides it. There's the east side, there's the west side. Sometimes people also talk about South Iowa City or south of Highway 6, southern Iowa City. Highway 6 runs right here, and if they are talking about south of Highway 6, this is the area they are talking about. You may be curious about University Heights. It's kind of this slightly weird city within a city situation. University Heights is its own town, which is entirely encompassed within the city of Iowa City. They do have their own city government and their own police force, but your mailing address is still going to be Iowa City. When people tell me that they are interested in an older home, typically they are going to be looking on the east side of Iowa City in one of the first few rings outside of downtown. Downtown Iowa City is right here, and a lot of the University of Iowa campus buildings are located in downtown Iowa City. When people tell me they're looking for an older home, I typically start them off looking in a couple of neighborhoods, and these neighborhoods are the Longfellow neighborhood right here. So the area immediately surrounding Longfellow Elementary School. I also tell them to look around Mann Elementary, which is here on North Dodge Street. So they're going to be looking around Mann. This is typically known as the North Side. If you head a little bit east of the North Side, you're over here, getting kind of close to this giant green area, which is Hickory Hill Park. This area is known as Goosetown. There's a lot of really lovely older homes over here. And if you find that you are not liking the price point of the North Side or Longfellow or Goosetown, I often recommend that you look around, oops, it helps if I spell it right, look around Mark Twain Elementary School. This over here, this neighborhood has some really cute older homes, slightly lower price point. So I would send people over there to look. Okay, so let's take a look around some of these older neighborhoods just to get a quick idea of what some of the houses in these areas look like. Here we are downtown. We are going to head east on Burlington Street over to the Longfellow area. So I'm going all the way up Burlington Street. I'm going to turn on Summit Street, and let's just plop our little guy down so we can take a peek around. Oh my gosh, Summit Street is really, I am hesitant to use this word because it's so overplayed, but Summit Street is iconic in Iowa City with these gorgeous, grand, older homes. Look at them. So pretty. Let's get our little guy running here. Let's head down a side street. Okay, we're on Bowery. I love this Dutch Colonial. Fabulous, right? This is classic Longfellow neighborhood. Not every house is huge. We can find some more modest older homes. Here we are on Clark Street. Bungalows, Cape Cods. But the theme is just charming, tree-lined, everything you want in a older Iowa City neighborhood. So as you can see here, we've got downtown, this swath, north, east, and slightly south of not Taco Bell. Northeast and slightly south of downtown Iowa City is where you're going to find your older homes. The further east you go, the newer it gets. Now, it's not drastic. So here we've got homes that are built, around 1900, 1920, 1930s. And then a little bit further east, we've got the 1950s, 1960s homes. I'm going to drop my little guy here on Ridgeway. We're hopping into a neighborhood here called Bel Air. I love this neighborhood. So as you can see, different style homes, still an established neighborhood, mature trees, nice quiet streets, but real solidly mid-century type properties. Ranches, we are starting to see some split levels here in this era of house. Nice size yards. There's a lot to like in a neighborhood like this one. A little bit further east, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s. East, so you can get a feel for what these areas look like. Let's hop on over to, we'll go to North Westminster. Okay, so these homes are pretty common style that you're going to see on the east side of Iowa City. All of these split foyers built in the late 1970s through the mid 1980s. Split foyers are a more affordable housing style than ranches and 2 stories because you don't have to excavate a full basement. Let's see, if we hop up on Creighton here, we're going to see some 80s and early 90s modern style houses. This look here is pretty typical for the east side of Iowa City. If you are wondering what neighborhood we are in here, if you look around Lemme, L-E-M-M-E Elementary School, that's where we're at. And then if you hop over Scott Boulevard right here, this is one of the areas of newer development on the east side of Iowa City, and you're going to find everything from the 1990s onward to current brand new construction on the east side of Iowa City. We hop over to, let's do Colchester. Okay. So we've got new construction, stuff that is, I would say, essentially less than 5 years old over here. There are still some lots being developed. You can see it's a different feeling neighborhood. Those trees aren't established, but more modern style housing if that's what you're looking for. Okay, here's another example of a newer construction neighborhood on the east side of Iowa City, a little higher end home. Let's jump over to Windmill Place. There's some really lovely homes over here, large homes. Let's run down the block a little bit to the circle. Aren't they pretty? I think so. If you are looking for homes that are going to be generally the most affordable for a single family home in Iowa City, you're going to want to hop south of Highway 6 into this neighborhood, south of Highway 6. One of the main streets through it is Sycamore Street, so go check that out. Let's take a peek at these neighborhoods here south of Highway 6. I'm going to jump down here onto Crosby Lane so we can take a peek around. So as you can see, we've got smaller, more modest homes. Quite a few of them just have single stall garages. Ranches, multi-levels, some split foyers over here. Here we are on Sycamore Street, as I mentioned. Kind of feel like I'm a kid running in traffic here. Right, we're on Hollywood Boulevard now. So yes, these are some of the most affordable single-family homes in Iowa City. If you are looking for something that is particularly close to the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, like I said, you might want to be looking in University Heights. Now, just a warning, you're going to pay for this. You know what they say in real estate, location, location, location. And the homes over here are not particularly cheap, but they're cute and their location is great. All right, let's take a look at University Heights. As you can see by this conglomeration of stuff right here on the map, we've got the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics over here. We've got Kinnick Stadium, home of the Hawkeyes. So it's pretty easy to see why University Heights is considered just a primo location for people who would have a reason to be on the west side of the river, right here in the hospital complex area. So let's take a look at some of these houses, shall we? Okay. There's really quite a variety of home styles and home sizes in this neighborhood. You're also going to see some homes that have had pretty major renovations and remodels done. Because this is such a desirable neighborhood, people sometimes buy those smaller homes and then just redo them. Let's pop over to, let's go down to Marietta. So here's some of the smaller houses. There are some condos. I'm going to take you over on Kosher. And I love the little bungalows over here too. Apparently I am a sucker for a cute bungalow. University Heights is pretty sought after, so if you have your heart set on this neighborhood, you may need to be patient for something to come up and be prepared to write a real serious offer. A little bit further west, the west side of Iowa City is going to have a similar feel to the east side of Iowa City in terms of the era of those houses. Here's the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium. We are leaving University Heights and just heading over here to the west side of Iowa City. See, we're west of the Iowa River. A very popular area over here is around Willow Creek Park. So let's drop in and take a look around. We're on Teg Drive, which is across the street from this nice park. Like I mentioned earlier, these homes are 1960s, 1970s built homes. corner and up the street. Okay, we're on Flanagan Court. Just a nice established neighborhood. Lots of trees, if that's your thing. Neighborhood park. All right, you are going to be able to find some zero lots in this neighborhood. Okay, here's an example of a zero lot. We've got it's like a duplex, but split down the middle. One person owns this side, one person owns the other side. You can fence the backyard. Generally no HOA dues. They are an affordable entry point into single-family homes. Let's see, let's take a peek on, let's go to Denby. Okay, back to those split foyers again. There you go. If you still want to be close to the University of Iowa in terms of drive time, I would suggest hopping over Highway 218 here. There's a bridge. This is going to take you to an area of development that, has been going on since the 90s. There's a lot of homes out here that seem to be popular with people who work on the west side of campus or at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics. Okay. All right. Let's head out Raritt Road and take a look at this neighborhood. The elementary school out here is Weber Elementary. So we've got the Hunters Run neighborhood, we've got the Country Club neighborhood, and newer neighborhood that has active new construction going on right now. Let's just drop in here on, let's do Foxana. These homes were built in the 1990s to early 2000s. Oopsies. All right, and let's look at Country Club Estates. Fun fact, Country Club Estates, which is over here, is the only private HOA in the Iowa City area that has a swimming pool, people. There it is. They also have tennis courts and a little playground and some basketball courts. So if you want an HOA with a pool, this is where you should be looking. Okay, and let's take a little look at the new construction out here in this area. Let's drop down onto Luke Drive. Fun fact, these two houses, I think I sold those two. They aren't in existence in this picture, but new construction, brand new neighborhood, little itty bitty baby trees. So if you're thinking that Coralville might be the place for you, let's go take a look. Coralville is really an economic hub for the greater Iowa City area. There are a lot of businesses in Coralville, a lot of shopping. The bulk of Iowa City's sort of chain shopping, big box shopping, the retail mall, the Coral Ridge Mall, that is all out in Coralville. And Costco, everybody likes to know, do we have a Costco? Yep, it's out there in Coralville. So let's zoom around with the power of the Google Maps here. Coralville is not just shopping. There are houses in Coralville too. We've got Old Coralville, which is this section here that is kind of in this wedge between 80, Highway 6, and the river. And all right. Old Coralville has a lot of single-family homes on the smaller side. Some more modest price points. So if you're looking for something that would be quote-unquote affordable, Old Coralville is a great place to take your search. If you're looking for, 3-stall garages and things like that, that's not going to be in this area. Okay, there is some development in Coralville. We are on 5th Street here. So Coralville does not have a downtown proper like Iowa City does, but they have done a lot of work in a commercial district here on 5th Street where you can find fitness centers, shopping, business space, stuff like that. And in case you are wondering, it goes on for a while. It's not just one block. Got some high-end condos up here on Plaza on 5th. So these are condos that are going to give you sweeping views of the area. It's just like we're driving down the street together. Some more condos, apartments. We got T.S. Morrison Park. Coralville Public Pool is back there. The police station, the fire station, and the public library are right there. There's a lot of newer development in Coralville also. Coralville is home to a wide variety of price points. You are going to find all types of houses in Coralville, just like you are in Iowa City. Hey, let's take a look at another neighborhood in Coralville, totally different type of neighborhood, totally different kind of house. Let's zoom in here, kind of over by the Brown Deer Golf Course, and drop in on Highland Park Avenue. These homes are pretty spectacular. Large homes, high-end homes on large lots. Many of the homes in this neighborhood sit on lots that are an acre or larger and heavily timbered. Look, this one even has gargoyles. That's fun. Looks like they decorate them for the holidays. Okay. As long as we are north of Interstate 80 here, let's take a look. Oh, let's go over to Belmont. Okay. So again, nice houses, not as grand as Highland Park. The lots are not as big here. And let's look over on Mesquite. Got some nice change in topography, hills. Poplar Street. So, as you can see, just like Iowa City, Coralville has a wide variety of homes, ages, styles, and price points.
But Coralville does have a more significant population of zero lots. You're going to find a lot of zero lots in Coralville and North Liberty. They are a more affordable entry point into single-family homes.
Let's take a look at some neighborhoods in Coralville that have zero lots so you can get a feel for what they look like. I'm going to drop us in here on Southridge Drive. Okay, here's an example of one. This is actually a good example because people always say, well, what happens with a zero lot if I want to replace the roof and my neighbor doesn't? That looks like exactly what has happened here. People who own this side have put on a newer roof while the people on this side decided not to for whatever reason. So as you can see, it can be done. Here are some more examples of zero lots. There are a lot of zero lots around the Coral Ridge Mall right here. So let's drop in and take a look on 13th Street. Here's another example of people who are in a zero lot doing their own thing. This side decided to expand their driveway a little bit. Again, things you can do with zero lots because you own your half and they're separate, different tax ID numbers. Got split foyer style zero lots, two-story style zero lots, and ranch style zero lots.
As we head north in Coralville, up towards North Liberty, a lot of people like North Liberty because you're kind of splitting the difference between, let's zoom out enough here so I can show you, make that thing go away. North Liberty is sort of splitting the difference between Iowa City and Cedar Rapids. So if you have two people in the household, maybe one person is working in the Iowa City area, one person is working in the Cedar Rapids area, you are going to be right next to 380, which is the road you're going to take to transverse between the two. In terms of maybe some of the complaints against North Liberty, some people say North Liberty feels soulless to them. North Liberty doesn't really have a downtown proper the way Iowa City does. Some people say North Liberty just feels like a bunch of strip malls kind of stitched together. So you can decide for yourself. Let's head on up to North Liberty and we are going to go up Highway 965, which is this main drag between Coralville and North Liberty. So let's just
drop in here. Lots of business on 965. Definitely a commercial aspect, but no pedestrian-centric downtown type feeling. There are quite a few strip malls in North Liberty, but there's a lot of newer construction in North Liberty too. So if you really like newer construction, if you want the newest high school in the Iowa City Community School District, Liberty High School, that is in North Liberty. North Liberty has a lot to offer that people like. Let's pop in a couple of neighborhoods in North Liberty so you can get a quick peek around. Here is Liberty High School. Like I mentioned, this is the newest high school in the Iowa City Community School District. It's worth noting that not all of North Liberty is districted to the Iowa City Community School District. A portion of it on the west side of 965 is going to fall under Clear Creek Amana. All right, let's hop into the Broadmoor neighborhood here. So as you can see, lots of newer construction. In the last, I would say North Liberty has really grown significantly in the last 20 to 25 years. So you're going to find a lot of construction that falls within that era. Let's look at another neighborhood here. Let's go over here. Got some condo buildings and some. This one's not letting me navigate very well. But we've got some zero lots. And where else shall we take a quick peek? Neighborhood of zero lots. The river. There is a very, very quick peek at North Liberty. And let's talk about Tiffin. If you want the newest construction and the greatest concentration of new construction, Tiffin has got it going on. Tiffin has a large development called Park Place that is underway. They've got a Top Golf that is going to be opening soon. Tiffin is a different school district than Iowa City and Coralville. Tiffin is part of the Clear Creek Amana School District, and A portion of North Liberty is Clear Creek and Mannon, while a portion is Iowa City, just to make it a little confusing for you. If you tell me what you hate is a community that feels like it has just sprung up out of a cornfield, Tiffin is not going to be for you. Tiffin really has seen enormous growth in the last 10 years. So you're not going to find those tree-lined streets. You're not going to find those character homes. You're not going to find a business base that has been established for a long time. Tiffin business base is sort of playing catch up to the growth that Tiffin has seen. So let me just show you. Let's get this little guy and drop him into Tiffin so you can see. Plop. Okay, so as you can see, that's sort of a town popping up out of a cornfield look. This is what I mean. Lots of new construction. So if you like those brand new houses and you're not really so worried about tree-lined streets and everything, you are going to find just a lot to look at in Tiffin. Let's take a little look-see around Tiffin. Okie dokie. Top up here. Let's see, what do we have? We are on Blue Jay Court. Got some single-family houses. Newer construction as far as the eye can see. Let's look in another area. So this is where that Park Place commercial development is going in that I was telling you about. I'll head down Coralville Avenue. See if I can find some condos for you to look at. Well, we're in a neighborhood here with 0 lots. I can tell by the back side of this house because we've got 2 decks coming off of it. Mobile home park. Here's an older section of Tiffin. I don't want to accidentally lead you to believe that there's not a single old house to be found in Tiffin, but there's not very many. This is Highway 6. This road will take you into Coralville, through Tiffin, There's a little section of somewhat commercial development in Tiffin that was here before the Park Place area started going in. And look, hey, they do have some streetlights now, so that's a new development. Okay. If you are moving to the greater Iowa City area, but you really just want slightly more of a small town feel, I am going to tell you to look in about a 10-mile circumference around the Iowa City area. Some towns I think you should consider would be West Branch right here, Solon to the north, Oxford to the west, Hills and Riverside to the south.
Alrighty, what did you think? Do you have any questions about the Iowa City area for me? You can leave me a comment down below in the comment section, or reach out to me personally over email or text, or even call me. Do people still do that anymore? My contact information is in the description box down below. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.